There's any number of lawful uses of firearms. But even if you restrict it to just self-defense, the AR-15 is an excellent defensive weapon.
These are weapons of war that don't belong in civilian hands.
Mixed reactions tonight as a judge in southern Illinois temporarily blocks the state's assault weapons ban. The ban was signed into law by Governor Pritzker in January.
Casey Cronus is live in Des Plaines with the latest. Casey.
Anthony and Dawn, this comes a little over a week after another federal judge reached the opposite decision. Now, legal observers expect it could go as high as the U.S. Supreme Court. A downstate judge on Friday ruled in favor of gun rights organizations named in a set of consolidated lawsuits that are currently fighting the Illinois assault weapons ban.
What Judge McGlynn ruled today was that the state may not enforce these bans pending the outcome of our lawsuits.
Dan Eldridge is the owner of Maxson Shooter Supplies in Des Plaines. He is also the president of Federal Firearms Licensees of Illinois, which is a plaintiff in those lawsuits. Eldridge says for him and many others, it's about protecting the constitutional rights of law-abiding citizens.
Any normal, rational human being finds violence and criminal misuse of firearms to be abhorrent. We simply have different views of how to reduce that sort of undesirable activity.
But others who have spent tireless months advocating for such a ban say they are disappointed in the injunction, including Ashby Beasley, who survived the Highland Park parade shooting last summer and was in Washington, D.C. earlier this month, meeting with lawmakers about passing a federal assault weapons ban.
The majority of Americans, as we see in poll after poll, report that gun safety legislation is at the top of voters' minds. It's critically important to most Americans who are tired of living in fear.
Today's decision is expected to be appealed. In a statement from a spokesperson from Governor Pritzker's office, they tell us that they are confident that the ban will ultimately be upheld as constitutional. Reporting live in Des Plaines, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.